I'm about to say something that will get me canceled. Skip your breakfast and you'd be healthier, slimmer. For decades, we've often heard this from our parents and grandparents. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so don't skip it. Some even said that eating a good breakfast would have made our day better. Here's the thing, those are sponsored contents by parents and grandparents. Yes, in the past, companies recruit our parents and grandparents to be influencers to influence us. And I'm not even kidding. You see, even before talking about breakfast, we need to talk about another thing, eating many small meals a day. In the past, that is recommended, but in recent years, it's been found that intermittent fasting, which is not eating for many hours, is beneficial. In fact, if you've friends, you'd notice some of them doing intermittent fasting. And let's just say that if they do that, they're usually fitter and happier. If you don't know anyone doing that, then that means you know friend, you poor fellow. The science behind it is quite difficult to comprehend, but let's just say that our body is never evolved to have many small meals a day. It's evolved to have 1 or 2 meals a day because in the past we don't have fridge or processed food, which makes food so readily available. So our body is built for prolonged no food instead. Now do note that everything mentioned here is for a healthy adult, not for others like kids or pregnant women. So the fewer meals we eat, the better it is. The most popular diet nowadays is the 16/8 diet, whereby people don't eat for 16 hours and eat in 8 hours. For that to happen, it's very easy, just skip breakfast. That's the idea behind skipping breakfast. This leads to the key point. If our body is built to kind of skip breakfast, then why are our parents telling us to eat breakfast every morning? Simple. Sponsored contents in the past. You see, in the past, companies want to sell cereals and bacons. In order to do so, they started campaigns telling people that having a good breakfast starts the day well. Our grandparents and parents are convinced, so that is passed on from generations to generations. Then technology also evolved to make processed food last longer and easier to grab in the morning. And eventually, we become victims of capitalism. Because let's face it, have you ever skipped breakfast because you were late for work and still have enough energy for the rest of the day? Yes, that's the idea because remember, our bodies are built for that. Of course, when you first change, you'd have craving. And here's the thing again, our hunger is not caused by our empty stomach, but by hormones. You see, the hunger hormone, ghrelin, will be released in your body on times that you've been eating every day. So if you've had breakfast for years, it'll be in your body in the morning. But it's not because you need the food, it's because the hormones are there to prepare for the food. In fact, if you ignore it, it'll go away. Because it's just there to prepare itself for the incoming food. This is why if you always have breakfast at 8 a.m. and if you skip breakfast at 8 a.m., you won't feel hungry at 9 a.m. because the hormones are gone by then. Then there's another theory. Would we eat more at lunch if we skip breakfast? Once again, remember, you eat lunch because of hormones too. So if you eat more, it's because you think you need to eat more. If you tell yourself you've eaten breakfast when you haven't, you won't overeat because remember, your hormones are stupid. Now, of course, you can even choose to eat breakfast and lunch and skip dinner. That works as well, but skipping breakfast is actually good because that means you can wake up later. Remember though, I'm just a blue cat on the internet, so do your own research before you skip breakfast. If you think you've learned something, consider subscribing. And also watch this video to be slightly smarter.